We got history. Got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could have happened or what could have been. Finally your face, I know ain't that a sight to see. Take my time, then take your clothes off one more time, maybe. Acting like you don't be caught.
Hi babes! So this is going to be the first video on my channel, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. But my name is Shania. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you guys to join my family. But today's video is going to be my everyday makeup routine because, you know, I just love to do makeup and I enjoy makeup, and you guys get to see the products that I used. I also bought some new goodies, so you guys will definitely enjoy that. So what I got, this Urban Studio, their beauty blenders, because I needed some new ones because my other ones are disgusting, and you should always change your beauty blenders because they do be getting gross. So we can open this up. So the beauty blenders came with 3 different beauty blenders. You have a round purple one, you have a flat round pointed pink one, and you have a mauve pink one of the same. So I got this combo. It is by Complexion Trio by Beauty Concept. Never heard of the brand, but it comes with a concealer, a highlighter, and a contour. And sometimes they do like a liquid contour, so I wanted to try that liquid contour to see, you know, how it would look with my foundation or how it would work. So I don't know if they come in shades or not. It doesn't necessarily have a shade, so I'm assuming it just comes with this, this, and this. Only one shade. We will see. Open her up. If I can, give me a second. Concealer, which has like a nice doe foot, honestly. It doesn't have a shade name or what shade, it just says conceal. Then we have a highlight, which I'm sure you could just put in your normal highlight because this is very pink. Again, this doesn't have a shade number as well. Then we have the contour, which is a little darker. Nice. They don't smell really anything, and this also again doesn't have a shade number. So that's what came in the trio. All right, so to kick off the makeup look, I have a blank face. My face is very oily and dry sometimes, so it really just depends, but since how we're getting into the fall months, does tend to get very dry. Just a setting spray. This is just the Maybelline. I love to just spray this on my face to, you know, set everything. So I spray this before and after. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this. It's still kind of like damp. I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild serum. It is a primer focus. It's hydrating, which I really like. Skin does need some hydrating. I'm going to rub this in my face. This does have a really nice smell to it. It's very, very, very hydrating. I'm even gonna put that in my T-zone, whether I get oily there or not. I do just like an overall hydration on my face. And that also has like a tacky feel to it. And then where I get very oily, I go in my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is a classic, and this is in the matte finish. Right in with my fingers in my T-zone where I get oily. So now that my beauty blenders are damp, we are gonna go straight in with the foundation. I think I'm going to use this lilac purple, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in golden beige. Apply this all over my face, and I start really slow with this. Continue to bounce, 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 bounce. Now that that is bounced into my skin, we are going to go in with, which is the Beauty Concepts. So we're going to try this. I have no idea what shade because it doesn't have a shade. Oh, this is going to look gorgeous. A very sheer concealer, so if you are looking for a full to medium coverage, this would not be a concealer for you. I have no idea if this dries quick or blends easy, so we are in for a treat. Oh yeah, this is a very sheer coverage. Know if it's buildable or not. Easily be found out if it's buildable. Oh, that looks gorgeous underneath the eyes. So I am gonna see if it's buildable. I do want to cover just a tad bit more under my eye. Wow, that does look really pretty with the foundation. Gorgeous. Going to go in with the contour. Just gonna draw a line for the contour. This has a really small doe foot. This is Latte London. I don't know, it smells like coconut. It's just a translucent powder. And I'm just going to bake like that and bake the under eyes. And this powder does actually smell like coconuts. It smells very, very nice. Now you gotta remember this is translucent, so it will be translucent on your face. Whatever is excess on my beauty blender without dipping back into the pan. I'm just gonna throw that on my eyelids. Eyeshadow doesn't crease. So far, I'm loving the way that this is making my face look. As you let that bake, I usually go ahead and do my eyebrows. There's no certain way I do my eyebrows, but I just use the LA Color Wowie Wowie brow pencil. It is a thicker, do like a thicker brow. Not a lot of people like thick brows, but I do. Brush my eyebrows and I just follow the natural line of my eyebrow. I usually just fill them in. I don't overline, I don't do any of that extra. Let's go ahead and do that. I do extend the front just a tad bit. I don't want to extend it too much because then again, I am just filling them in because I do have a sparser brow. So I just drew the underline. That's about where I keep my brows and fill it in. And I usually leave the front. So we're going to move on to the other side of the brow. So again, I don't extend too much, but I kind of want them to look semi-even. Again, I'm not gonna go all the way to the front. I'm gonna stop like right about there, just a little bit before the front of my brow. Now this side of my face, which is the left side, doesn't have that much of an arch, but I like that because my eyebrows, I don't like them to, you know, look completely the same. So then I go in on this side and just fill up until where I drew the top line. So it kind of looks weird and funky. It kind of look evil. I'm going to go in with a spoolie side and brush up and down. Even in the front, I'm just going to kind of drag it up a little bit. The pencil, I'm just going to very, very lightly because I like a lighter front, almost ombre brow. Those are my thick brows that I like, that everybody asks me about. So since how this is still baking, you still see some powder. I like to make sure it completely sets in my face because then again, I do get oily during those spots. So maybe go back in with this and kind of press it in even more so it kind of goes away. We want it to really get pressed into the skin. And as you see, it is now pressed into the skin, which we want. So now that my brows are done, they look very, very weird with no other makeup on. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe James Charles palette. It looks disgusting, so pardon me, but it is the mini one. I'm going to go in with kind of a fluffier brush, and I'm going to go in with this brown top shade, this very, very corner shade. Only do a couple taps into that because we don't want it too thick, and, you know, really stay on the outer part of my eye because that's where I want the most darkness, and then just come in kind of where my brow bone meets the top bridge of my nose, and, you know, lightly feather that out and up to just a little bit before the brow bone. It's about where I take my eyeshadow. So I will go ahead and kind of really make sure I blend out this top harsh line just like that, so it looks very smooth. I kind of almost bring it out to where my eyebrow meets, just so I kind of get that cat eye look. So I'm just going to really buff this out and keep most of the color on this outer corner. And we're going to leave the inner corner and the top lid alone for now. So it's just going right on our crease, a little bit above the crease, but not too close up to our brow bone. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I will be right back. So if you see, I have some lines here. That is just my eyelid creasing. So how to fix that is just blend. Blend, baby, blend. So now that I have this side of my eye done, you can go back in and, you know, add a little bit more depth in your lid if you want a more darkened outer corner. But instead of this brown color, I'm going to switch my brushes, and I'm going to go in with a flat angle brush. The flat angle brush I use is honestly an eyebrow brush, but I don't like, you know, the other angle brushes because they get very, very fluffy, if you know what I mean. So this is just the flat angled brush that I'm going to go in with, and I'm going to go in with a black. So I'm going to use the same palette we've been using and go in with this black. Now I'm not going to dip in hard. I'm going to dip in very, very softly. Just a couple taps will get your brush coated. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, you know, act as if I'm drawing an eyeliner and just line my top waterline. just the top part of my lid. Don't buff it, just draw on your lid. I'm gonna do a couple more taps, and now we're gonna be drawing a wing. Not a wing so thick, it's just going to be a nice little subtle black line because we did create this extra space here right out to the tail of our eyebrow. So I'm gonna look straight on, tap, 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 tap. And I do not go out far. And then I'm just going to, you know, kind of buff it as if I'm doing an eyeliner, just to kind of smooth it out. Don't want it too harsh and don't want it too subtle either. Just like that. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Now you can go out as far or as little as you want. That is completely your preference. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this other eye. So now that we're done with that, you have kind of like a wing, but it just looks like it's like dragging out your eye. So obviously our features are shifted. Our faces are not completely symmetrical. So it doesn't matter if they're not even, because you're gonna have lashes on anyway. And it's gonna be like a shadow of your lashes. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with a flatter brush. I haven't been saying the names. Cool. This is an Eco Tools. It's just a flat, you know, packing brush. And I'm going to go in with not a light shade and not a dark shade. It is going to be a shimmer. So I'm going to go in with this third shade right here in the James Charles palette. Still the same palette. Do quite a few taps in there. Get the brush coated. And we're just gonna focus this right on the inner corner and top of our lid. Nothing too harsh, just a cute little shimmer on the lid. I don't want this to be the complete focal point of my eye look. I really want this black wing to be the focal point. So I wanted a shimmer that wasn't too bright and wasn't too dark. Just something to, you know, add some va-va-voom to our eyelids. So we are done with that palette. Now, after I do that, I kind of, you know, put on some mascara. So the mascara that I'm going to go in with is the Maybelline Plumped Up Mascara. Yes, I do mascara before anything because I want my mascara to dry before I put on my lashes. And I put mascara on because it gives me a guide to where I kind of need my lashes to be, because I don't want one too far over and one too far out. So we're just gonna give a little coat to our eyelashes just so we can see the natural line of our lashes. All right, so I just finished putting on my mascara. Now what I do is I go ahead and do my face because I want my mascara to dry. So the contour that I use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in Cappuccino. So this is a little bit darker contour, but I go in with a very light hand. So I'm going to go in with this kind of packing brush, and this is the color. So it's very dark. So I'm just going to go in with 2 taps, and I'm going to kind of tap it in because I don't want it to go all over. I just want the main focal point to be that. And then I start, you know, blending. And I want the main focal point to be my cheekbones. And as you see, contoured, not contoured. And if you ever go too harsh with your contour, you can always go over with a powder to kind of tone it down a little bit. So that is what I'm going to do after this because that is a little bit too harsh of a contour. And I'm going to go in with the Maybelline, this is in 130, and just kind of brush over it. And it eliminates the harshness of the contour. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me blush. This is my favorite blush. This is in 35. It's in coral. I love a good coral blush. I'm just going to go in with kind of a flat-ish blush brush. Tap it in. I do like a lot of blush, so I'm going to tap that right in on the apples of my cheeks and kind of use it to kind of eliminate the contour as well. Just like that. And now for highlighter, we have 2 choices. We have the Jeffree Star Frozen Peach Supreme Frost, or we can go in with the Caramel Kiss. This is a bronzier Jeffree Star Supreme Frost. I think I'm gonna go in this one and then maybe put the peach on top. Cute, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go in with a flat brush. I'm going to just do a couple taps because this is a Supreme Frost. So you don't have to go in too heavy, and I'm just going to tap that in. And I put this everywhere, even on the brow bone. And you can even go in your inner corner, just like that. And if I ever go a little overboard, I just go ahead and fan out and kind of blend it all in, just like I'm doing now. All right, so now that that is all done, I go in with my Benefit Gimme Brow Gel and go over my brows to, you know, kind of lay them down and make them stay in place. So now that that is done, I'm going to go in with my eyelash glue. So I don't use the Duo Lash Glue. I find that stuff to be a little bit too messy. So I go in with the Kiss Lash Glue Liner. So I just do this where I'm going to put my lashes. So I'm gonna go give it a shake. And I'm using Kiss lashes, whatever lashes you like. These are a bit of a big lash for me, but I do like a big lash. It's a very fine tip, and we're just going to do it like you do eyeliner. Now I don't do a wing with this, since how we already have a wing, and then I take my lash and I pop it right on where I did the glue. So with this glue, you are going to want to work at a faster pace than you normally would. Shake it. So the reason why you want to work fast with this is because this gets very, very tacky, because it is so simple and so easy. My lashes are already popped on. They look cute. And then I'm going to go in with the voluminous L'Oreal Original mascara. This is running out, but I don't like a thick under eye, especially if I have lashes on this thick on my lower lashes. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with my setting spray again, and I'm using the Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray. Gonna give it a little shake. And we're just going to give a spray. Whew. Now, while that is drying, I go ahead and take just a clean beauty blender, and I pat that right in, just like that. So now that that's done, all we have left is lips. So I do have a Jeffree Star lip in Posh Spice, which is this brown, which would be very, very cute. But I think I'm going to go in with a nude. So I'm going to take this lip liner and line my lips. So I'm going to go in with a different lip liner. This is in the Believe Beauty Long Lasting Lip Liner in Almost Rose. We're just going to line the normal line. Now that that's lined, we're going to go in with this color and just add, this is like a darker color, but these two colors together are adorable. And we're just going to blend that in with our lip liner. It's not a lip combo, but this is a matte lip combo that I just used. You can go over with a gloss, but I think, you know, our face looks good enough without a gloss. And I also love a matte lip, but this Jeffree Star Velour liquid lip is also very cute. It's a nice cute brown. It gives a very dramatic-esque feel to what you are wearing. So that is my everyday makeup. But makeup brings me joy. I love wearing makeup and I love exploring with new things. So that is my overall makeup routine. So if you guys enjoyed what you just saw and want to check out more and get notified when I post, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit the bell button so you know when I post. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy my family, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye, babes.
We got history. Got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could have happened or what could have been. Finally your face, I know ain't that a sight to see. Take my time, then take your clothes off.